Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
So the topic today is the power of the holy name. Cintāmaṇiḥ kṛṣṇaś caitanya-rasa-vigrahaḥ śuddho nitya-mukto bhinnatvān nāma-nāminoḥ. So in the Padma Purana it says that this name of Krishna is like cintāmaṇiḥ. So if you know what is cintāmaṇiḥ, it's touchstone. So and they still exist. Maybe if you're lucky you can find. So if you touch this stone to any metal, it turns into gold. Pretty good, right? I wish you could find. Then you don't have to work. So the spiritual world is known as cintāmaṇiḥ dham. So the rocks, they're all cintāmaṇiḥ. They fulfill all your desires. Every tree is kalpavriksha, desire trees. Whatever you want can be fulfilled. So this holy name can fulfill all your desires. Do you believe? Otherwise, if you would give up everything and just chant, right? You won't worry about working. You won't worry about going to school. Who's studying or who has studied? University, anyone? You don't go to university? You went. Okay. Then put your hand up. Talking to you. Be proud. You have a degree? Be proud. So we have this education 20 years at least. We work. How many years? We're working. We're building families. We're building houses. Otherwise we'd be like the 6 Goswamis. They're only chanting the glories of the Lord. But they didn't worry about house and home or some job. Every night they sleep under a different tree in Vrindavan. But they are the greatest scholars, the greatest knowers of the power of the holy name. Because they understand that the number one desire is the heart's desire. And the perfection of life is to fulfill the heart's desire. So what is the heart's desire? Does anyone know? What's your heart's desire? Do you ever look into your heart?
No.
The heart's desire is to have love. But not love of this world, which is temporary. Not the love of this world, which is not unconditional, it's conditional. You know, you meet a man who's very rich. As long as you're rich, I will love you. You meet a woman very beautiful. As long as you're beautiful, I will love you. As long as you treat me right, I will love you. This is conditional love. Unconditional love means, doesn't matter what happens to me. My happiness is your happiness. So the closest thing in the material world to this pure love is the love of mother for the child. Isn't it? If the child is in pain and suffering, the mother feels more pain. If the child succeeds in life, actually the mother is more happy than the child himself. Right? So this kind of love we can see in this world. But still, it's conditional because the mother only has this type of love for her own child because it comes from her body. The bodily connections there. The other child, go away. What are you doing here? So unconditional love is all inclusive. It's not exclusive. Conditional love means I choose who is my friend, who is my enemy. Unconditional love means everyone is I'm a well-wisher of all living entities. This is the nature of a humble sage. Vidya vinaya sampane brahmani gava hastini Sunichaya Swapakecha Panditat Samadarshana. That the humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees the Brahmana, the elephant, the cow, the dog, and the dog eater, all with equal vision. Pandita Samadarshana. Equal vision. Why? Because he sees that the Lord is sitting in the heart of every living entity. Sarvasya Hiri Sanavisto Mataswatam Gyanam Purnam Cha Vedascha Save Aham Eva Vedyo Vedantavid Vedakrit Eva Chaham. That the Lord is in the heart of every living entity. From Him come remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. So the Lord is sitting in the heart of every living entity, even the animals, even the plants, even the little microbes, the insects. Maybe you find some insects in your house. The birds that are flying around. Imagine if you had that vision. Oh, my Lord is there. Pranams. So this is the type of love that one can develop by connecting to the holy name. That's what fulfills the heart's desire. You have this all-inclusive love for all living entities. And you feel that love from the Lord Himself. Caitanya-rasa-vigrahaḥ. Chaitanya means dynamic. It's alive. It's not just some sound. It's alive. We were in Germany the other day, and we were doing Harinam, Kirtan in the street. And then the Polizei, they came, and they stopped us. You cannot do this here. But why? No, they make some restriction, only 5 people, and you cannot play with sound system and instruments. And then, okay, fine. So we clapped our hands and chanted without any instruments. Same thing happened as if we had instruments. People joined in, started dancing. People were clapping and dancing up and down. Little kids will come and dance with you. They tell their parents, hey, can I join? Yeah, okay. People were taking the books by Srila Prabhupada. We had prasadam cookies as well. People would take invitations. Why? They can see that this is a happiness that cannot be found anywhere else. They are witnessing that these people's hearts are being fulfilled, mine is not. I need to find out more. I need to join them. It's alive. Caitanya-rasa-vigrahaḥ. The reason why anyone does anything in this world is because of rasa. Rasa we hear as juice, right? We think. But in the Sanskrit term, it means the mellow, the juice in relationships. Krishna is known as Akila Rasamrita Murti. Akila means complete. Rasa means that the relationship, that love, that juice from relationships. And Murti, that form. And Amrita, the nectar that comes from that relationships. That's why we go to work, right? A husband is doing 9 to 5 or overtime. Why? It's not because he loves the boss. He's doing it so he can get money to support his family. That's why they have the pictures in the office, right? When you feel like you don't want to do this job anymore that you hate so much, and you look at the picture, okay, for them I will do. Because there's a juice, there's rasa in trying to please my family. The children, Jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki. Yeah. The children want to impress their parents. Hey mom, look at me. Look at me. Look what I can do. You know, and then what does mom do? Yeah, that's very good. She's busy doing her thing. Yes, very good, yes. But we want to make our parents happy. Look what I'm doing. Oh, so good. I'm so proud of you. There's juice. I'm so proud of you. My daughter, my son. With your friends, you know, you have some rasa. You make fun of each other. Ah, you're fat. Ah, you're skinny. You have also rasa there. So everything is running on this taste, on this rasa. But that living rasic force is in the holy name. The akila rasa mritamurti, that complete form of nectarian rasa, is there in the holy name that you're looking for. We are chewing the truth in these material relationships, isn't it? Just chewing the truth straight away reminds me of high school. Under the table, what do you find? Chewing gum. So imagine you take one of them, you chew it, and you're trying to get some juice, you know? This is what we're trying to do in material world. And what happens? You're not satisfied. Spit it out. You get frustrated. There's no juice, especially relationships. When men and women get together, people who are suffering broken hearts. Why? 2 reasons. Either you give to the relationship so much to that person, right? And they're not satisfied. I've given you everything, you don't appreciate what I've done for you. Or you're on the other side, someone is trying to do everything for you, and you're like, I'm just not satisfied with you. You don't fulfill me. Then there's breakup, either divorce or breakup, or cheating. Everyone's suffering a broken heart here. Because they're not getting full rasa, overflowing with love. We have an ocean of love to give, and we always put it somewhere where it's limited. Into family, society, nation, temporary relationships. Cling to the body. Everyone's afraid of death, because so much pain, right? You remember you feel that pain when you lost a close loved one? Say grandma or grandfather passed away, even parents, mother and father, or close friend, even sibling, younger. People lose, people die. Why does it hurt so much when they're gone? You didn't go through anything. Why does it hurt? Because you can't exchange any more rasa with them. It's over. So imagine when you die, all the relationships you built in this life, cut off. That's the pain. But when you engage in your relationship with Krishna, it's eternal. It doesn't die. And the juice comes more and more. That's what happens when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Pūrṇaḥ, it's complete. In the Hare Krishna mantra, there's nothing missing. Nothing. You don't believe, huh? Nothing is missing. It's complete. What is the meaning of Hare? It is the spiritual energy of Krishna, the energy of Krishna. Where is Krishna's energy? Everywhere. The energy of Krishna is everywhere, right? Everywhere. This is energy of Krishna. The floor, the ceiling, your house, your mind, your intelligence, your family, all energy of Krishna. The cars, the street, the sky, different planets, all energy of Krishna. And Krishna, he's the energetic, he's the source of all that. Mata prarthana manya kinti raschitananjaya māyā savamiram proktam suchi managanaiva. Krishna says in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that there's no truth superior to me. Everything rests on me, just as the pearls are strung on the thread. So you may have some pearl necklace or kantimala. If you don't have kantimala, you must get. It protects you from yamadutas. So if you look at this, can you see the thread? You cannot see. You can't see it, right? But you can see the beads. Right? So the beads, this is like the energy, the planets, whatever, is holding everything together. But if you take the thread and just have beads, beads are everywhere. Nothing is happening. So we need to find the thread in life, and that is Krishna. Once you find the thread in life, then everything becomes a festival, actually. Even drinking water. Rasaham apsakunteya. Krishna says, I'm the taste and water. Can you imagine? Every time you drink, Krishna. Krishna says, I am the light and the sun and the moon. The light has come here. You look at the sun shine, you look at the moon shine. Oh, that's Krishna. I am the sound and ether. People like music, right? House music, techno music, dubstep, jungle, drum and bass, Bollywood. They all like music. But Krishna says, I am the sound in that ether. He is the basis of it all. The Pope once time said to a drug addict, you will not find God in the church. You will not find God in the Bible. But you'll find God in your addiction. What does that mean? Because we are attracted. And Krishna means all attractive. He is the thread that holds everything together. Pūrṇaḥ. Śuddho. Śuddho means pure. Nothing can contaminate the holy name. If you're an impure state, even we go on Harinam, chanting and dancing all over the world. We go to like over 50 countries. So it could be in Australia. In Australia, they like to eat their meat, drink their beer, play cricket, watch the sport, right? They talk like this, drive a car, right? And then you look at these Hare Krishnas coming down the street, singing and dancing. Oh, looks like a good time, right? I've got a cigarette in one hand, I've got a beer in another hand, and I'm eating a hamburger. And they come up to me, and we make them chant, Hare Krishna. And they chant, Hare Krishna. How is that possible? This is God's name, and somehow God is in their heart and chanting, helping them. Most contaminated state, cigarette. Imagine someone walks in, cigarette, beer, meat. Imagine they come in here like this. You'll be like, hey, get out. See, this is pure place. You cannot come, you know. But the holy name does not get contaminated. And it said, nāma-nāminoḥ hi yavati shakti papa ni hare hare tavakatam nashaknoti patakam pataki naraha. That just by chanting the name of Krishna once, you can be purified by more sins you can commit in a lifetime. Just by chanting once Krishna. Amazing. Śuddho, it's untouched. Just like the sun. When the sun shines on a place where someone has urinated, the sun is not contaminated by the urination. It actually cleans that place. It becomes purified. So the streets are being purified for the last 2 days. Devotees have gone on the street chanting and dancing. It says that when you put your hands in the air and in kirtan, purify the heavenly planets. When you dance on the earth's surface, the earth is feeling such a burden from all these demoniac persons in Kali Yuga, especially liars. In the Bhumi Gita, she says, I cannot tolerate a liar. Everyone's lying and pretending like anything. Just go on Instagram, everyone looks happy. But then you see them after they take the picture. Miserable. I don't know if you notice, like if you look at devotees smile, you can see it in their eyes that it's like happiness, you know. I had to learn this because during the COVID lockdowns, I was in Melbourne, Australia, and that was the most locked down city in the world. And they had crazy rules, and you cannot go out anywhere without a mask outside. So we went on Harinam with the mask, so you can't tell if people are happy because you can't see their smile. So you have to look at the eyes to see if they're happy. So it was good training. And if you notice, if you look at like, you know, some clothing models, you know, like posters in the shopping street, so it looks like they're happy. They got a Louis Vuitton bag or like, you know, something, you know, some clothes. It looks like they're happy, but if you look at the eyes, they're not. But if you look at devotees' eyes when they're happy, it's a different world. So śuddho, nitya. Nitya means eternal. It's not part of this world. When you chant once, it stays with you forever. It says that the Harinam, after going through the street, anyone who goes through that street afterwards, purified. It stays there. When you do some service, it goes in, it starts purifying and continues. Neabi karamanastos patavaya navijite sunapasya dhamasya traite mahatu bayat. Even a little advancement on this path of bhakti, you cannot lose. That doesn't go down. It doesn't diminish in value. And it saves you from the greatest type of fear. Greatest type of fear is an animal birth. So all those people, our Aussie friend, who chanted Hare Krishna with a beer in his hand, he'll not get animal birth. Amazing. This is called the spiritual bank account verse. So all those people who like money, you're looking for a bank, what do you look for? What's the interest rate, right? What is the interest rate? It's a high interest, then I get so much every year, every month. So, in the Nectar of Devotion, one of the qualities of Krishna is that he's very grateful. And the example is that Krishna is always remembering Draupadi. When Draupadi was dragged in by Dushishan in the assembly of Kurus, ready to be disrobed, she was holding on for dear life. And she called out to Bhishma, Bhishma, please help. He didn't help. Dronacharya, please help. Didn't help. Her husbands didn't help. Then she just let go and said, hey Govinda. And what happened? The Lord gave so much cloth that it filled up the whole assembly hall. And it wasn't just like that cloth, the plain cloth that she was wearing. It actually was beautiful, like sari, different colors with diamonds and jewelries and everything. You can imagine this whole cloth just filled up the room. Krishna saved her. So Krishna says, every time I remember Draupadi when she calls out to me, hey Govinda, my appreciation for her increases. So how much does Krishna remember us? Unlimitedly. All the time he's remembered. We don't remember Krishna, but he always remembers us. So you remember our service. So then, the spiritual interest in our spiritual bank account, unlimited percent. Nitya, it's eternal. You cannot lose it, your service to Krishna. Your chanting of the holy name will not be in vain. Nitya-mukto, it's on the liberated platform. Aho bhata sopacho to variyan yachjivike vitata namatubhyam tapastape susha sasha arya brahmadachu namagrananti yate. Devi Huti, she says to her son Kapila that, oh, how glorious are those who have the holy name on the tips of their tongue, even if they're born in a family of dog eaters. So you may have heard of dog eaters in maybe Vietnam. But around the world, there are also dog eaters, hot dog eaters. And people are worse than dog eaters. They're eating the cow like everything. McDonald's is everywhere, right? And the cow's your mother. Says it's out of 7 mothers, one of them's the cow. These people are eating their own mother even. It says the reaction for taking part in the killing of a cow, the 6 people are implicated. So person who's eating is also charged with murder. So the implication of that reaction is that the amount of hairs on the body of that cow, you have to take birth and be killed just like that cow. That's the reaction.
No thanks.
No thanks. But if they have just the holy name on the tips of their tongues, it's just, they're glorious. Why? It's as if they went to all the holy places, as if they studied all the Vedic scriptures, as if they did all the tapasya, like meditation in the Himalayas, as if they performed just like Aryans, everything required to become perfect. just by the holy name on the tips of their tongues. This is the power, this is the liberated platform, the holy name. Mam cho vyoktrena bhakti yogena sevate saganan samete tam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That one who is always under all circumstances engaged in bhakti yoga at once transcends the three modes of material nature. He's on the platform Brahman. This is the liberated platform. This is the spiritual platform. So not only should we chant Hare Krishna, sometimes we should chant all the time. Caitanya sada hari. How do we come on that platform of Caitanya sada hari? You have to be more humbler than a blade of grass. Chunari piece in a chaina, Tarora piece in a Amanina Manina Caitanya sada hari. More humbler than a blade of grass. So what's the grass is already humble, right? I don't know if you've been to a park for a picnic. You sit down and the grass goes down, right? But you have to be more humbler. More humble than the grass. What does that mean? Because the grass comes up, right? So what is the size of the soul? Does anyone know? We know we're not this body with the soul inside. Well, what's its size? Yes, you take one tip of your hair. You see the point. You need a microscope for this one. You cut the tip into 10,000 parts. We are one 10,000 part. One part, yeah. Very small. Very small. Insignificant. Even the same size as in the elephant body. Yeah. You're not even 10,000. Don't cry. It's true. I don't care. You can cry all you want. You are insignificant. So that means then, when we understand who we really are, we should be a servant of Krishna. If Krishna wants us to do something, we'll do it. And then we have to be more tolerant than the tree. The tree never complains. Even if you chop it down and use it for firewood. Yes, you use me. You use me for shade. It doesn't complain. I'll give you fruits, no problem, but you can do what you want with me. And then, amanina madina. You offer respects to everyone, but you don't expect respect for yourself. And in that way, Caitanya Sarahi, you can always chant the holy name. So these qualities of being humble, tolerant, and respectful, I cannot do. Not for me. I'm too proud. But if you always chant, the more you chant, keep chanting, keep chanting, keep chanting, you don't have to psychoanalysis yourself. Or I have this lust, I have this jealousy, or I have this anger problem. Every time these problems come up, oh, I'm lusty, I'm angry, I'm greedy. If you just take shout of the holy name, that holy name will remove it on its own. Say something happened, someone said something to you. You know, you, and inside you're burning. How dare you say that to me? Don't you know who I am? Like, I'm trying to be good and help everyone, and you say this to me. You're burning. You cannot sleep at night. You can't focus. You all felt this, huh? But if you go to the holy name, if you pick up your jampamala, and you can complain to Krishna. How they can say that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please, I don't know why they Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. But I'm trying to be Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. You just hold on to Hare Krishna. All the bad thoughts that are coming to you. You know you shouldn't be like this. I'm devotee. I shouldn't think like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Just hold on. Eventually, that problem will go away, and you feel a comfort. You feel like Krishna come and hug. You know, when the child gets upset and is like frustrated with life, or like maybe you met like they're trying to do some school homework and they're just frustrated. Oh, I can't do that. And then the parent comes. Don't worry. Jai Jagannath. Jagannath will come in the holy name and say, don't worry, it's okay, everything's fine, it's okay, relax, it's okay. The holy name is Krishna. And bhinnatvān nāma-nāminoḥ. Bhinnatvān means non-different from the person and the name. And the Bible says, first was the Word, and the Word was God. So the first thing in the universe is the name of God. Lord Brahma, he saw this. Then he sang Brahma Samhita. So our place to be fully fulfilled, the heart's desire, is to be with Krishna. And Krishna is available in his holy name. You can be so intimate, you can touch your tongue to God. That's intimacy. That's how intimate you can become with him. But you have to show your sincerity. You cannot be a fair weather friend. You have to be able to commit. So then Prabhupada gave that commitment to us. He says, if you chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regular principles. 4 regular principles means no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, including caffeine, and no gambling. And chant 16 rounds every day. You can go back to Godhead in this lifetime. That cintāmaṇiḥ, where everything is a touchstone, where every day is a festival, every word's a song, every step is a dance. You can go there. Prabhupada said, I guarantee it, I guarantee it, I guarantee it. This is the ticket that's been given to us. So try not to be a fair weather friend of Krishna. Become committed in this relationship where you can experience unconditional love to fully fulfill your heart. So I'll stop here, and if there's any questions or comments, you can ask. I think you had a comment as I was speaking. Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a thing more asking you. More humble than grass blade. And how is more humble than tree? More humble than tree.
Yes.
Okay.
How come?
How can be more humble than tree? What is
Yes.
the other characteristic?
Yeah. Humility means you have to be honest. So you start you can use a paper for this. Honesty. So you can write down, okay, am I God? Nah. And then you go down there, am I demigod? Nah. Okay, am I a human being? Okay, that's good. Am I a pure devotee? No, I'm not pure devotee. Okay, Kṛṣṇa. Why you're not pure devotee? Oh, because I have so much impurities, anarthas, right? Okay, let's list the impurities. Oh, I'm jealous. I get angry this time. I get greedy. I'm in illusion, so I think of, I think I'm this body sometimes. Then you become humble. Then you chant in this mood, Krishna, please help me. I'm covered by all these impurities. So honesty, because you can pretend to be humble, with this, walk around, put the super glue on the hands, and we're gonna. Everyone looks at you. Hare Krishna. Yeah. You can pretend, but honesty with ourselves and with Krishna, holy name, we can call out to Krishna. So I'm trying my best to try and serve you. Please accept me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Then tolerance Tolerance can only happen when you're fulfilled, when you're full of happiness and love. So we need to be connected to that person who's full of happiness and love. That's Jagannath. Jagannath is the most important person in our life. Why? Because he makes everyone happy. This is like, I was in a Rath Yatra in Soweto, South Africa. So if you know, Soweto is famous because it's the birthplace of Nelson Mandela. But this Soweto is also one of the biggest ghettos, slums in South Africa. Millions of people there. Dangerous place. But His Holiness Kadamba Swami went to organize Rath Yatra there. Why? Because they have a small center there, and also there's another town called Durban. And Durban has the biggest population of Indians outside of India. It's there in Durban. And they have big Rath Yatra. 3 chariots, 4-day festival. Maybe you can do it also a 4-day Sanatani 4-day festival. Something like 400,000 people come through for this festival. Big. So they have stage and all the Swamis doing kirtan. So in Soweto, in this small center, they're watching on a small TV this Durban Rath Yatra festival, kirtan going on, and they're dancing in front of the TV. So their Maharaj thinks, I have to give them Rath Yatra. Like this. And they go through the streets and they have some park with festival, stage program, everything. So 2 things happen. This one devotee, he was shocked. He says, Jagannath is powerful, man. You're Jagannath. Yeah, he's powerful, man. He's powerful. And it's like, why? Because he stopped. There's one company, bus company called Reservoir. And they never stop. They don't change schedule ever. Because Jagannath Rath Yatra is going, they had to stop. And he goes, Reservoir, stop, man. Your Jagannath is powerful. You stop Reservoir, he stopped the bus, and then we're just there, and these people, they're poor, and everything's wrong in their lives. So much violence, crime, this rape going on, everything going on. But they're so happy. And then I knew, yes, the most important person is Jagannath because he makes everyone happy. Krishna is known as the supreme enjoyer. Bhaktiragya tapasam savaloka maheswaram suridam savabhutanam gyantamam shantarichati. In the 5th chapter, Krishna gives the peace formula. If one does everything for the bhakta, which is Krishna, he's the enjoyer of all the sacrifices, all the austerities. If one understands that he is the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, confirmed, he is the ruler, everything. What's happening? Oh, bro. Someone broke their beads.
Krishna, the thread.
The thread, huh? See, you need the thread to hold all the beads together. No, Krishna. See what happens? Your mind goes like that. That's what happens to your mind when Krishna's are there. Everywhere. And if you understand that Krishna is the best friend of everyone, then Gyantamam Shantarichati, you get supreme peace from all the material planets. You can tolerate because you're with Krishna. You have to be fulfilled. And we said respect. We have to see Krishna in everyone's heart. Krishna cares about every single living entity. There's a story connected to this. We have to keep going. Yes. One time there was a hunter. His name is Magari, the hunter. And he's not ordinary hunter. He likes to have fun. So he doesn't fully kill the animals. He's killing everyone. All the animals. Ta 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 ta. He liked to half kill the animals and then watch them suffer to death. This is his mentality. Very cool. Yeah. So Magari the hunter, he's in the forest fighting in like this, killing animals, and then one day he sees Narada Muni. And he's like, oh, he's effulgent. It's like, okay, you're begging from me? You want some skins from the animals? Because sometimes the yogis, they use the deer skin to sit on, to keep the snakes away. So there's some science that keeps the snakes away. So you want some skins? I can give. No. But I see you half killing all these animals. Why? Why don't you fully kill them at least? And so I got trained like this. My father taught me this way. But you'll suffer more. There's so many reactions. There's karma. So he told them about karma. You're going to suffer so much in the future. And he's like, I am? Yeah. What do I do? And he says, well, I will tell you, but you have to break your bow. So we all have attachment in this world. Why are we not chanting Hare Krishna all the time? Right? There's like something holding us back. So you have to throw that. So that's like Magari's bow. He thought, this is the thing that maintains me. If I don't have this bow, how do I live? So we have attachment. Maybe it's money, maybe it's prestige, maybe it's sense gratification. If I don't have this, how will I live? But Krishna is saying, no, break your bow. Narada Muni is saying, break your bow of attachment. So then he goes, okay, fine. He breaks his bow. And he says, here, this is the mala. I want you to chant Hare Krishna. You go to this cave, and I will maintain you. Imagine that. Narada Muni comes up to you, he goes, give up everything. Here's your mala. I will maintain you. Just chant. You chant in front of Tulsi Devi like this. And he says, okay, let me try. So he's in this cave, and he's chanting. And he becomes purified. And then when news gets around that there's a sadhu nearby, so all the villagers nearby, they all bring him foods. So boga, vegetables, flour, dal, this and that. He's like, wow, my spiritual master gave more than I need even here. Like this. So then he became purified, a very soft-hearted person. And then one day, Narada Muni came back with his friend, I think it was Parvata Muni. He came back with his friend. And then Narada Muni says, hey, I have a disciple here, let's go see him. And they're okay. So then Magari, he saw Narada Muni from a distance. And usually when you see your spiritual master, you must pay dandavats, go straight to the ground as respect to your spiritual master. But he didn't do it right away. He was like hopping around and moving the ground, and he didn't go right away. And then Narada Muni's friend, Parvata Muni, is like, why is he dancing around like this? What's going on? And then they came up to him and says, why didn't you bow down right away? He says, well, there was ants there on the ground. I had to move them out of the way. I didn't want to step on them. So I moved them out of the way. Then I paid dandavats. And then Parvata Muni told Narada, look at you. You are just like Cintāmaṇiḥ. You are a touchstone. Whoever touches you turns into gold. So, Magari was enjoying the half-killing, suffering animals. And now he won't even step on an ant. You are like a touchstone. Same thing. Holy name, that's a touchstone. It'll change us. Don't worry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.